Welcome back to the channel. Today we got top 10 places on a French Riviera travel guide, and this is from Ryan Shirley. And guys, I can admit, I don't know what the French Riviera is, so this is going to be another new learning experience for me. I've been loving the French content. Definitely very, very just beautiful out there. I haven't, when it comes to France, like other than, learning about things in school or watching TV shows like medieval kind of days, other than that, I really don't know too much about France. So this has definitely been an eye-opener. And yeah, I'm actually going to spend the day replying to more comments today because I feel like I haven't done that enough. And when I don't reply to, when I feel like I'm not replying to enough comments, I get guilty because I feel like if people could take the time to comment and show love on my YouTube, I could definitely get back. So yeah, with that being said, I'm going to definitely be, after this video, I'm actually just heart and reply to comments. Yeah, so with that being said, we're going to hop into the video. Original link will be in the description. Here we go. But actually, before I do that, let me plug it up. Hold on. I'm back. Let me plug the charger in here because I do not want... Whew, that'd be scary because I know one little thing and then everything freezes and I'm restarting the video. So that went perfect. Let's hop into it. Here we go.
What's up, guys? My name is Ryan and I recently returned from exploring the French Riviera, and I want to share with you my favorite places. So here's my French Riviera top 10.
Just look how amazing it looks, though. I mean, there's people that are going to watch this video that are so used to it that to them this is nothing. But to someone like me, just some kid from well, I'm not a kid anymore, I'm 31, but just somebody from New York, looking at this is like, look at how blue that water is. It's incredible.
French Riviera, also known as the Côte d'Azur, is one of the most highly sought-after destinations in Europe. Located in southern France on the Mediterranean Sea, the French Riviera is home to some of Europe's best scenery. From the medieval hilltop town of Aix to the scenic calanques of Cassis, the French Riviera is waiting to be experienced. Let's start this video off at the city of Menton. Now located right next to the Italian border, Menton was the first town we visited on the French Riviera as we drove in through Italy. It's strikingly beautiful with its colorful buildings complemented with a backdrop of the Maritime Alps. We stayed several days here and I really enjoyed just walking around the city. Menton was a part of Italy until 1860 when it and the rest of Nice County was added to France. There's a great boardwalk that walks along the coast, and I really enjoyed going out to the lighthouse pier to get panoramic views of Menton. Now afterwards we're going to visit the medieval town of Aix. Now located on a hilltop tower looking over the French Riviera, I have to say this was easily the coolest medieval place I visited.
Just looking over it though, that view right there, that is some breathtaking stuff, y'all.
In my time in southern France. It was only a short 30-minute drive from Menton. Now Aix was founded during the Middle Ages around the 14th century, and today is known worldwide for its medieval vibe and views of the French Riviera. When we were there, we parked in a parking lot at the base of Aix and then walked up the winding stairs and cobblestone paths through the village. I mean, you really feel like you're walking back in time. Everything is so old, yet it's perfectly preserved, and the village is just full of like these tunnel walkways and trees that were just built around. Truly is such a cool place. Now one of the main features of the village is the exotic garden. It's this beautiful place that sits on top of the village. It not only has beautiful plants and cactuses, but it offers one of the best views of the French Riviera. It's definitely worth the hike and €6 entry fee. Now after Aix, we're going to go visit the country of Monaco. Now located right in between Aix and Menton, Monaco is the second smallest country after the Vatican. The whole country is only 499 acres. Monaco has been known as a billionaire's playground, and over 1/3 of Monaco citizens are millionaires. Now one reason why Monaco draws the rich is because it's a tax haven, there are no income taxes, and other tax rates are extremely low. Now, one of the most famous places in Monaco is the Monte Carlo Casino. It was opened in 1863 and has been featured in the James Bond films. Now, we just drove through Monaco because we just had to check it out. We didn't do much, but it was just cool to see and just wild to think of all the money that's in this tiny country. Now, a really interesting place located above Monaco is the commune of La Turbie. It's famous for its Roman monument called the Trophy of Augustus that was built in the 6th century BC to celebrate Augustus' victory over 45 tribes that populated the Alps. The Romans sure were ambitious back then. Now afterwards, we're going to head over to Nice. Now, as the capital of the Maritime Alps department of France, Nice is the second largest city on the French Riviera after Marseille. Now, if you're flying to the French Riviera, this is probably the best airport to come to. I didn't really spend any much time here. I didn't really feel like walking around the city, but I do regret not checking it out. So if you're in the French Riviera, you definitely can give Nice a visit. Now, another prominent nearby resort town is Cannes. Now, it's located about 40 minutes drive from Nice. Like many places along the French Riviera, Cannes is associated with the rich and famous and hosts the annual Cannes Film Festival. Now, just outside of Cannes is some of the most beautiful coastline on the French Riviera. It's called the Esterel, and it's these red rock cliffs that dive into the sea. Now, I was talking to a local on the beach, and he told me that this was his favorite place on the Riviera, so I had to go check it out. I mean, I've never seen red colored cliffs in the Mediterranean. It reminded me a lot of the landscapes you find in the...
If you guys are hearing firecrackers in the background, my apologies. Somebody outside of my window is just letting them off.
American Southwest, except it has the Mediterranean Sea, so it's so much better. The coastline is part of the Esterel Massif, and it stretches from Cannes to San Rafael. Now, it's full of hidden coves, red rock islands, and secluded beaches. I love just driving along the coastline and parking in its many lookout points and just exploring the coast. I highly recommend visiting here. Now, one really cool place I visited in the area is Cap du Jamon. Now, the reason I wanted to go here is because there's this little island with a medieval looking watchtower on it. It was constructed in the 20th century, and it's believed to be the inspiration behind the Black Island in the Adventures of Tintin. Now, it just looks so scenic coupled with the red coastline. I mean, there's a really nice beach there, and the water is perfect for freediving. Such an enjoyable place. Now,
man, underwater like that, that water just looks so beautiful. I mean, it just feels like freedom, you know? Just this is such an amazing video. I really love these travel videos.
Afterwards, we're going to visit the town of Saint-Tropez. Now, this is one of my favorite towns I visit on the French Riviera. Saint-Tropez is located about an hour-and-a-half drive from Nice. Now, Saint-Tropez grew as a fishing village and military stronghold until the 20th century, and it was the first town to be liberated on the French Riviera during World War II. In the 1960s, Saint-Tropez started gaining popularity amongst jet setters, and today it's renowned for its beaches, nightlife, and yachts. Now, the main part of Saint-Tropez is pretty small, but I love just...
Here's a secret. I love boats, yachts, all that. I've always loved the boats.
Walking around its streets and alleyways, there was this path that walks along the coast, and it was just really nice to explore. Now, overlooking Saint-Tropez is the Citadel, which was built in the 1620s to protect against Spanish forces. Today, it's a naval museum you can visit. All in all, Saint-Tropez is a really beautiful town, and I understand why it's so popular. Now, afterwards, we're going to head over to the island of Porquerolles. It's part of the Yare Islands archipelago, and the village on the island was founded back in 1820. Today, most of the island remains undeveloped as it's protected, and it's a perfect nature getaway with some of France's best beaches. Now, you can reach the island by taking a 15-minute shuttle boat from the Guyenne Peninsula, or you can also reach it from Toulon. Now, while you're there, you can bike or hike around the island to its Caribbean-like beaches, such as Courtade Beach, or you can trek around to its more rugged parts of the island. It's definitely an island worth visiting. Now, afterwards, we're going to visit Cassis. Now, I think this was my favorite place we visited in southern France. We stayed several days here.
Sorry, do you guys hear that in the background? Somebody is being so obnoxious outside of my window. That's usually, I usually do videos in the morning time, because nighttime, that's usually how it goes out here. People just kind of get obnoxious, dirt bikes, firecrackers, things like that. But if you guys can hear that pop, 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 my apologies. My apologies.
Here, I'm just so glad we did. It's a seaside town with that classic French chic charm. Now, Cassis is overlooked by Cap Canaille, which is home to the highest sea cliffs in all of France with a height of 394 meters. Now, there's a great beach in Cassis, overlooked by a castle. I mean, I just love walking around the harbor, looking at all the boats. You can also walk to the lighthouse at the end of the harbor to just relax and enjoy the sounds of the sea. Now, one of the main reasons I wanted to go to Cassis and just southern France in general was to visit the Calanques. Now, they are these incredible sea coves surrounded by daunting cliffs and crystal clear waters. The one I really wanted to go to is Calanques d'Anvou. Hope I said that right. Now, there's several ways to get here. We can either take a boat, kayak, or hike in. Now, on our first day there, we rented a little boat from the harbor in Cassis and headed out to the Calanques. Now, the views on the way were just absolutely incredible. Now, one downside about the boat is we couldn't land on the beach. You can only drive like halfway through and then it's roped off. But if you do rent a kayak or a paddleboard, you can take it to the beach, which I definitely recommend if you can handle the long paddle. Now, we went in as far as we could in the Calanques and then turned around after we just kept exploring the coastline, heading west as we relaxed in this other Calanque with some just really unique cliffs and rock formations. It was such a phenomenal area. Now, the next day I really wanted to go to the beach in the Calanques d'Anvou, so we decided to do a hike. Now, the hike was about 7 kilometers long and it had this one steep descent to get down to the beach, nothing you can't handle. Now, once we reached the beach, I mean, it was really an amazing sight. The steep white cliffs coupled with the greens of the pines and blues of the water were just amazing. Now, the beach was a decent size.
Hold on, hold on. Look at that. Look at that. How can you not be grateful? I know there's a lot of ugly in the world, right? There's a lot of ugly. We all see it every day, or at least hear about it. But there's also so much beautiful, just so much beauty, so much beautiful things. And if us humans can truly learn to just be a little more grateful and appreciate this planet and appreciate each other, regardless of race, religion, and any other division, we could all find a way to really enjoy what this planet has to offer together, right? I'm not saying we got to hold hands and sing, but if we could just learn to live in peace for the sake of peace, woo, we got everything we need on this planet, man. Seriously.
Just amazing. Now, the beach was a decent size with a lot of smooth pebbles. We went for a swim and the water was just so freaking...
Could you imagine people, because there's so much religious people in the world. Could you imagine them getting up to the heaven gates and they're being told, you already had heaven on earth. We gave you heaven on earth. You guys made it hell.
Clear. I wanted to find a cliff jump spot, so after swimming down the cove, I found this rock about 7 meters high and did a few jumps off of it. I mean, there's truly no better feeling than cliff jumping into the Mediterranean. Definitely was one of my favorite places we went, and a perfect place to end our time on the Côte d'Azur. Now, well, that is it for my French Riviera top 10.
Hey.
Let me know where your favorite place is in the comments below. I also started a Spanish channel. If you prefer to watch my videos in Espanol, I did a video on France you might enjoy. You can find me on Instagram and TikTok at shirley.films. It's Ryan, and we will see you later.
Well, give it up for Ryan Shirley, man. Incredible. He deserves a round of applause. His views that he gets on the drone, the underwater views, everything is just, I mean, he does a seriously groundbreaking job. The effort he puts in, and like I said, he utilizes all his equipment, and he puts that work in. He really does. And these videos come out just amazing. So, wow. He asked what's our favorite? My favorite is everything. My favorite is everything, brother. Like, I'm serious when I mean that. My favorite is everything about this video. If I absolutely had to pick, I like the top of those, let me see if I can find it. Those those rocks look alive. Like, just, you know, like nature speaks to me.
American Southwest, except it has the Mediterranean Sea, so it's so much better. The coastline is part of the
Could y'all imagine one day everything just comes alive? Like the rocks just start getting up and it's like giants, and, you know, all type of stuff start coming out the water in force. Could y'all imagine? Humans would lose it, would absolutely lose it. They'd go crazy. They try to find a way to control them and enslave them like they do each other.
Estoril Massif, and it stretches from Cannes to San Rafael. Now, it's full of hidden coves, red rock islands, and secluded beaches. I love just driving along the coastline and parking in its many lookout points and just exploring the coast. I highly recommend visiting.
See what I mean? Like, the tools he used in the drone, man, he's good. He's good at what he does. Ryan Shirley, salute. If you see this video, man, I appreciate it, bro. I really do, because you really you make the viewer feel like they're with you, you know, on the journey. That's the best part about this video. Best part. But man, that was an amazing video. Whew. Let me relax, because I'm extra excited right now. I just am, like, you know, it comes from within. I get hype. You know, I get hype. Some people, listen, guys, I never smoke and I never drunk in my entire life. That's one thing everybody knows about me, right? When I have my friends, my cousins, when I do videos where I have them on, I'll bring that up. Everybody, that's what I'm known for, right? I grew up a boxer. I don't know if you can see the tattoo, but I grew up a boxer, right? Mixed martial arts my whole life, but I never smoked, never drunk, never did nothing like that. Some people need to smoke to get high, to feel good. You know, some people need to drink. Mine, I pull that energy from within. My high comes from my spirit, so I tend to get very, very excited. Very childlike heart. But with that being said, that was top 10 places on the French Riviera. And I want to give a special shout out. Let me find your name, because it is deserving. Before I even get off of here, I am going to give you a shout out. My new friend from France, who has just been showing a lot of love. Let's see, where you at? First Doublet 6911. I want to give you a shout out mainly because I see you've been donating to the channel, which that helps a lot, and you obviously don't have to do that, and thank you. I want to say thank you. I don't always see it till later for some reason, but I appreciate it so much. And I also wanted to give you a shout out because if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be diving more into France the way that I am. You know, I wouldn't be. And there's so much more. Like I said, I'm not even warming up. There's so much more I got to come. I'm going to just keep sneaking the videos in. But if it wasn't for you and your suggestions and your recommendations and your energy, right, your energy of excitement to keep pushing and to keep telling me to look more into certain things, I wouldn't. So I want to give you a special shout out and say you're an amazing person. Thank you. And with that being said, I'll be back with more videos soon. Everybody enjoy your day. Much love, y'all.